This is Kevin Tillman with EyesON Sports. This is a tutorial for processing outs, things like ground outs and fly outs and double plays, caught stealings, back picks, things of that nature, tagging runners. So just as kind of a starting point, we do everything with pitching, runners, then defense, so keeping that in mind. What you see here is you've probably seen other tutorials or you've used the system. We've got the score sheet over here. I have deactivated the toggles just because to speed up the process to show you outs. So let's go start with a normal ground out. Let's call it a 5-3. So the result is a ground out. So you got these fields here, ground, line, fly, a bunch of different options. I'm going to select ground. Runner is out, so I don't have to move him anywhere. I'm going to select the third baseman. And as you can see up top, we have these quick plays. It makes life a little bit easier versus having to grab a defender and moving him on the base. So you can just click 5-3 and select play complete. So just another one. Let's do a 4-3 or something like that. So another ground out. Click on it, and when you select on the defender, it then filters what are the available options based off of who's on base and whatnot. So I can select on 4-3, or if I needed to, I can just grab the runner, plop it there. So that's the 4-3, and as you can see on the score sheet, it tells you what happened. Now let's say it's just a normal fly out to center field. Go fly ball. Catches it over here. So that's a fly out. As I go back to the score sheet and F8. So that's a basics on the actual fly outs, line out, same type of thing. Just so you can kind of see it, a different color. So those are your line outs. Now let's say there's let's get this person on base. We can say he's hit by a pitch to speed it up. So now we have a runner. Now once you have a runner on base, we've got a runner's pre-pitch, and then there's also the post-pitch stuff. So you'll see these two things pop up, and it's based off of runners. One is a pitch is not thrown yet, something happens like a pickoff, or you have up here as a stolen base. So let's go with a double play, as I mentioned. Let's call it a 6-4-3. I'm going to select this double play toggle here. You can see it highlighted in green. Select ground. The runners will stay where they are. So I'm going to click runners complete. I'm going to click on the shortstop. As you can see, you've got these different options, 6-4-3 or 6-U-3. So instead of having to move the runners on the base, you can just use these to expedite the process and go from there. So the goal is to try and baseball, it's 2+ hour games, and there's quite a few buttons to push and moving things around, so we're trying to make it as easy as possible. Now, normal strikeouts, that's another out. You'll have normal or drop third. So I'm going to select normal, so that's a normal. An out for a called. You can click on it. As you can see in the score sheet, you got the backwards K. So that is another variation of the outs. There are certain dead ball plays. When I select on outs, different illegal actions. You've got hit by unbatted ball, batter's interference, infield fly, things of that nature. Let's say it's you hit by your own batted ball, and HBB down at the bottom there, as you can see. So those are we call them the dead ball outs. There's other ways, for example, that are not batter gets a hit and he gets, let's say, thrown out trying to go to second, or someone tries to tag up. Let's do a ground out to right, or ground ball single into right field, and then he tries to advance. And this is really why we have this drag runners as needed, then select the runners complete. So in this case, Mr. Henry decided to try and make it over to second, but he was unsuccessful. So now runners complete. Right fielder gets the ball. I move it where he fielded it. Then he threw it to the shortstop, and the shortstop ended up tagging the runner. As you can see, he's tagging the runner. If I'm not on the runner, that's tagging the base, but he won't be out because it's not a force. And this is tagging the runner. This is not on him at all. So you tag the runner, let go, it'll say out, and then you do the play complete right there. So those are the basics for the outs. If you have the runners on base, you have options where runner pre-pitch. So if he's out, it can be a pickoff or a caught stealing. Cancel that. If there's a caught stealing or back pick, for example, and let's say it's a swing, you select on this. You can see it's highlighted here what this person is out. Let's say it's a back pick, something exciting. You click apply, and that person is out. So those are the basics on the outs. That's all I have. We'll have more modules for all the various other pieces of the baseball process. Hopefully this was helpful. Thank you very much for your time.